think he's just leaving them here. Nope, he's moving forward into his base. Perhaps he's going to catch him off guard. Nope. Assassin should see these Hellions and should siege somewhere over here. No, we are getting an aggressive play from Assassin. He should siege outside his main and just use this Viking to give him the extra vision. There we see the siege tank, siege contain once again from Assassin. Brilliant play from Assassin, and the siege tanks should bombard this expansion from a distance. Now we see this engagement favouring Assassin. Another good siege contained by Assassin. We do have the Zalnaga watchtowers being taken over here as well, so he's got some fairly good vision from Gummie. Gummie trying to do some dropping over here on top of the siege tanks, maybe get rid of the siege contain. Gummie dropping straight on top of the siege tanks, getting rid of the siege contain. But Assassin doing the right response, unsieging the tanks, dealing with the drop harass on the siege tanks. Gummie moving forward with an awful lot of siege tanks and as well as SCVs just for the repair. But Assassin is slightly ahead on the food count. Assassin drawing back, killing the Hellion on the Zalnaga. Assassin getting his expansion up and taking out the economy on the expansion for Gummie. Well, that engagement was pretty well done by Assassin, and we see Gummie macroing back up, but he is going to get supply blocked if he's not careful. But Gummie having to macro fairly well after that engagement. Assassin just drawing his forces back, macroing up and taking advantage on that attack. We do see an awful lot of siege tanks being produced in all the games versus Assassin and Gummie. It seems to be a tank battle constantly between the two, just who contains who with the siege. We do see Gummie almost being mined out in his main. His expansion is fully saturated, which is pretty decent. And Assassin's expansion also fully saturated, also almost mined out on his main. We do see an awful lot of racks being put up for Assassin. And Gummie's army count slightly ahead of Assassin's. Let's have a look at the income tab. We do see an awful lot of we see an 8 harvested difference for Gummie. The income is favouring Gummie at this point in time, although Assassin did have a good engagement to deal with him. Here we see those Hellions getting blasted away by the tanks. Got a huge siege line here by Assassin, making sure that nothing on the ground is going to come in into his base. So maybe we'll see another push from Assassin, or perhaps we'll see some aggressive drop play like in the previous game. It's just one missile turret at his expansion, just to ward away. Yeah, we do see a huge tank push from Gummie going towards the center Zalnaga tower. No, sorry, my bad, not a Zalnaga, towards the center of the map. Income still favouring Gummie. He does have that lead in the probes, 6 probe lead. Let's have a look at the production once more. Assassin doing an awful amount of upgrades at this period of time, going huge into his bio at this point in time. Red hates TVT. TVT is always usually a tank battle. Tanks or usually battle cruisers. At this point in time, we'll probably just see the two macroing it up head on head. We do see Gummie taking a third base now, transferring an awful lot of probes from his main into that third, and We see Gummie rallying all these troops to the middle of the base with an awful lot of tanks, even getting some Thors out. Dropping some scans. We do have superior map control from Gummie. Assassin playing him quite defensively. Gummie did macro up quite a huge army. Assassin preparing to go for some form of a drop. Let's follow these drop ships. Assassin should be able to flank Gummie fairly easy with a surprise drop. Gummie just holding the center of the map with a huge amount of siege tanks, making sure that any bio army does not walk across the map to his main. Yeah. We do see that drop moving in from the flank of Gummie. Yeah, we see that engagement, a huge push from Gummie coming through with all those tanks. But Assassin does have a siege line of his own, and he's dropping into his expansion. I apologize. Perhaps we'll see Gummie pulling his forces back to respond to this. I'm not entirely sure, but Assassin will snipe this expansion. We do see 2 extra command centers for Gummie. He's going to double expand over here, but Assassin should be able to pick off these expansions, and he's going to drop into the main. Yeah, we do see an awful large push from Gummie coming in with a huge amount of siege tanks. Assassin does have that bio and Thors, and as well as this tanks to deal with this. He should be able to hold this engagement off. In comes the SCVs. Just to repair everything. Assassin is dropping in the main as well, defending this attack from Gummie. And we do see the Assassin sniping out the main of Gummie, and Gummie's army is all the way up front. As you can see on the mini-map, he's pulling his forces back to deal with this drop of Assassin, but Assassin is doing a good job of being aggressive as normal, and I like this drop play by Assassin, just catching Gummie's army off the mark there. Sorry, I just had to catch my breath. There's so a lot of action here. Yeah, we see Gummie putting in siege to try and defend this attack from Assassin, but Assassin's army increasing in numbers, 125 to 61. A huge bio army coming in from Assassin, and well done on Assassin's part, killing off those bases of Gummie's. Gummie just left with a few Thors and a couple of tanks. A huge push from Assassin coming in with the 2 Thors, a nice big bio ball, and a couple of tanks just to really contain, as we see Assassin grabbing the gold at the same time. And this should be the killing blow, and game 3 should easily go to Assassin. Yeah, we see a whole bunch of factories being thrown down for Gummie, but I don't think Gummie has anything in response to this. It should be GG from Gummie anytime soon. Those Marauders really doing a really good job against those tanks of Gummie's. Assassin doing a very good job in this game, being quite aggressive, dropping at the right point. I don't think Gummie has anything to respond to this. Gummie trying to evacuate those SCVs. I'm not sure exactly what he's going to do with them. Perhaps he will attack with them. I'm not entirely sure. The income for this point in time, 43 harvesters for Gummie, 52 for Assassin. But this should be all over from here. Gummie macroing up a slight, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough. We do see Gummie grabbing that gold expansion. He just has a few Thors and tanks to deal with Assassin's push. Assassin should deal with this planetary fortress fairly easy, but you shouldn't allow Gummie to macro up over here on the side of the base. Everybody's saying that the Assassin should just murder this planetary fortress. But he's allowing Gummie to macro up a force again. I'm not sure if he knows about this army of Gummie's on the bottom 6 o'clock position on the map. Assassin just moving down and being highly annoying, taking out things. We do have a couple of scans going down, seeing the tech structures. Assassin should be able to respond to this fairly easily. Here comes the army of Gummie to respond to this push of Assassin. We do see an awful lot of blue flame minions from Gummie. Gummie does have good siege line here. Should be easy to be able to deal with this pressure from Assassin, but Assassin doing really, really well. Mako upping a nice army. We do have the food count favouring Assassin. Gummie has got the 4 bases, but as you can see, the main was taken out by Assassin. Assassin also got a gold. Gummie also got a gold here. At the moment, we do see a huge siege tank army from Gummie making push towards Assassin. Assassin should be able to pull this, hold this off.